Hey, good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. KL Belvin here. I hope everybody's well. Actually, I'm going to get right into this. I'm not going to wait for people to pop in. They can watch it on replay and stuff like that. But I wanted to say this to anybody watching. Be careful how much of other people's opinions you consume here on Facebook and other social media outlets. It is, hey Lena, Brother Roseboro, what's going on, sir? Be careful, and I'm going to tell you why. We are living in an age where everyone has the opportunity to voice their concerns, their opinions, their biases, their whatever, with no filter. No filter. Hey Lena, how you doing, love? And be careful, because what I've started to notice is that a lot of good folks are starting to absorb ignorance and foolishness, which is then being met with an equal reaction. Stop. If you have to, disconnect. This is why you have not seen me on. This is why you have not seen me address some of the issues going on in the world. I will address things directly. I'll work with folks directly. Because here on social media, when it comes to very touchy subjects and things of emotion, when there's no filter, people don't care what they say. People don't care their heart, care what they're trying, what they feel, what they think, even if it has no logical balance to it. And yes, you compound food, exactly. Then we make it worse because then we add emotion to it. And when someone doesn't respond in a way that we thought they should have, now you're in an ongoing situation for what? Yeah, I've unplugged because it's not healthy to take in multiple opinions that are not based on sound logic. Now, you can feel any way that you want. And right now, racial and religious subjects are always going to create emotional unbalance in people. But the worst is when you have a person or persons who have no understanding of the psychological damage that can be done from a word. Very toxic, brother. And so what happens is, I'd run them over with my truck, understanding that people have lost lives and people are connected to that in a sensitive way. You have Black Lives Matter movement members who are attacking their own because people have not said or did what they feel is enough. You have folks that are out saying, don't shop here, don't do that, but they're not offering any planning. They're not offering any suggestions. They're not even giving you a list of the stores that you should go to if you're now telling me not to go to these stores. You just can't throw out dates and say, okay, on this date, we're going to do this. And you haven't even set out any ground focus, any ground rules, anything that a person could at least see what planning that you have in place to be able to put that out. And so many people are just reposting foolishness. That the sound messages and the people who have sound things to say, healing things to say, things that would soothe some folks who are in pain, it's getting missed because they keep amping up the emotional switch. They keep hitting that emotional button. They keep posting the same videos of the two murders as if it's okay to just keep watching two men murdered. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wish it was clear, though. I don't know what to do. I'm sitting here in the parking lot of Walmart. And then we're having arguments over how often should we show these deaths. Some people are arguing, show it all the time. And some people go, why do we keep showing it? And again, getting further and further away. And it doesn't make any sense. Oh, there's the wife. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me go pick up the wife. There she go. And it drives me crazy because the more that you allow foolishness to take its position, the more you allow foolishness to be in place, the further and further we get away from what's... There you go, love. See, you send your wife in with a credit card to get 1 or 2 things, it comes in with like 77 bags. It's more than Willie Lynch, and I'm going to tell you why, brother. Willie Lynch was in place for those that were in economic control to stay in economic control by making slaves believe that there was nothing that they could do against the slave masters, and destroying the mental so badly that they would actually even stop fighting. This is different. This is folks poisoning each other and not even realizing that they're poisoning each other. This is folks spewing vile foolishness, not understanding the damage that the foolishness does. See, Lynch was a strategic plan, was a strategic mindset of control for those who were the slave owners. Just sound business planning on their part. So
go home.
What? I mean, I'm not gonna drive and talk at the same time.
You never did that.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna do it this time. See, the wife come in, want to take over. No one wants to come up with the positive game plan. You know what it is? The reason why folks can't come up with a positive game plan because they don't have answers to why things are happening the way they are. As much as people want to say all police are negative, they don't believe that. They know they don't. As much as people want to say all these black men that are getting killed are innocent, we know that all of them aren't. But when enough police do what's dirty, and when enough folks that are doing what's negative out there, sometimes the link is blurred. But what we know, it's on film. And supposedly 5 more were murdered in Dallas. Now, the reason I say supposedly, we've seen the history in this country where some things are made to look a certain way. But either way, deaths is not something to play with. Death is not something that you put information out about. You shouldn't open your mouth if you really don't understand what the situation is that's happening and have something to say. Yes, I know everybody is entitled to opinion. Don't get me wrong. And that's the reason why I just said, main opinions, will fill. My Facebook, I hear so many people say, the hell is your mouth open when you don't know how to fix what's wrong? Hence, if you're not part of the solution, you are causing a bigger problem. We got folks threatening folks on Facebook, losing their jobs because of those threats. That creates a problem. We have folks who are swearing up and down how negative all the cops are when they know they have cops that they're cool with. But because those cops don't say anything, no, you don't know if they said anything. Because it hasn't reached you, you got a problem. How much have you looked into that? How many cops have you said something? How many conversations have you really had with the cops in the effort to try to change things? But yet you'll jump on here and complain about where's all the black cops standing up? Well, do you know that there are plenty of black cops that are out saying something? So if we're not going to actually put the time in to check what's coming out of our mouths, understand God himself said a loose mouth causes death. And look at what's happening. We're not fixing anything. A lot of ranting and raving back and forth, and in the process, more people are getting hurt. But you got folks coming on here as if they're noted historians, haven't opened up a book in months. I say months, it's really years, but I'll give you the credit. Months. Repeating everything that they see on television, but yet will then say in another post, be careful about the television lying to you. But every one of your posts mirror what's going on TV. Come on, man. So at some point, yourself accountable. Hold yourself, and if you don't have anything to show, you have any idea on Facebook and who them we're talking about. It's insulting. They're laughing at you. Did you hear what that nigga said? Yes, I said nigga. Term ignorant person. You got folks repeating any fool that stand up and sound like he got an answer. Cats is following. Cats is repeating. Any picture that somebody put up with the remotely significant connection to some type of conspiracy, cats are putting it out there. At what cost? You really want the funny thing is, those that are really doing the conspiracies don't even consider half of you cats threats. Because you have no formal education. You're not a threat. You never were and never will be, because you can't even police yourself. You don't read. You don't network. You don't expect anybody to move. So how would you be a threat? So why would your opinion be valuable? That is why they give you the lie button. That is why they give you the opportunity to come on and say all type of foolishness that you want. Because you're not a threat. And they can take it from you at any moment that they choose. See, folks is not stopping and thinking for a second. Mark Zuckerberg has a billionaire because of what he's giving you. I'm putting enough to say, but you only come out your car, your house, your job, wherever you living at, to actually try to make a difference. Yeah, some of you are posting great videos out at the marches. That's fantastic. Beautiful. Who you sitting with? And who you talking with? How many letters have you written? How many formal protests have you been a part of? How many times have you went to city council meetings and had your voice heard to those who actually signed pieces of paper who changed the situations that you're a part of? You say you want to boycott, only shop at black businesses. Why did it take deaths for you to get to that point? Because many of us are not shopping at black businesses on a regular. So it took 2 men getting murdered for now everyone to start passing information about why we shop at black businesses. Really? Black businesses just open up. Respect. And that's a funny part of what a lot of people are putting out. This false unity. We've seen it every time somebody dies. Every time one of us gets caught up in the mix, this false unity pops up where everybody wants to go do whatever. And you know what the funny thing is? It dies down as soon as the next hit record comes out. The next time Love and Hip Hop is in wherever, so Love and Hip Hop Africa comes out and now everybody is smiling and like, oh, cool. So how consistent are we really? So how scared should anybody be of folks of color when we can't even get from murder to murder? We can't even sustain a movement. But yet you want to get people who don't want to join into your foolishness. And some of my Christian brothers and sisters, y'all just as phony. Loving the Lord on one hand, ready to kill everybody living on the next hand. Really? What Bible y'all reading? Because that's not written in the Bible that you say you love. But scared to say that you're not going to stand with some of the foolishness because of your religious beliefs, because you don't want nobody calling you an outsider. Well, you made that choice when you said it was a Christian. But see, we got two. And it's devastating to people who have lost lives. It's devastating to people who are out here trying hard to change people who have no school. But yeah, everybody clicks that button. And they don't care if everything that they say is a straight out lie. You know what? Because if they can play with their hair enough, smile enough, make it sound slick enough, get enough likes, they're good for the night. I sit and watch, and I've been watching. Because no, I'm not going to stand here and sit here and say all cops is bad. That's out. Because I know that's not true. I'm not in here saying with everybody just because you're black. Because just because we're the same color, make brothers and sisters. Because I've seen foolishness that some of y'all do at night. And praying nobody find out. So come on, man. If we're going to do it, then organize it. And if we're going to organize it, then let's go out and do it. Then you'll see what the real risk is. You're not bothering anybody standing in the street yelling and screaming for freedom that you don't even know you really want. You're not bothering anybody by jamming up traffic for a couple of hours and say, okay, we made them uncomfortable for a couple of hours. You're not jamming. You're not changing anything like that. Start to change some of these rules, these laws. Start to change some of these positions that some of these cats sit in, some of these seats they sit in. Start to yourself a position where your money has to take child to college, and all of a sudden you'll get somebody's attention. But understand that when you get some of these people's attention, they're turning with guns in their hands. Are you still going to stand there and be ready then? You're only one band away from a whole block being aired out. But you feel you have the right. Okay, you do. But are you prepared for what the outcome could be? See, it's real easy to be a behind the screen gangster and all that other foolishness. That's why I stay quiet. Because I have no problem with lining up whoever is ready to give their life. Because I'll give mine. I've been in that position. And I've put my life on the line to save somebody else. I don't have an issue with that. And I put my life on the line to save other people who I didn't even know. But it ain't about that. It's about we got to stop putting out missed messages and bad information. And stop making jokes and things about people that is hurting folks out there. There are people who have lost family members to this type of violence. There are people out there who are family members of officers who know what those officers have gone through helping other people. So when you say, why are they quiet? Do you know if they're quiet? Do you know if they've said something and now their lives is in danger every time they go out on a call, to step up to a car with a bunch of fools look at us who don't know what they're doing and worried about who's going to come up? We 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 young brothers with guns that no one questions where they're getting these guns from. But we don't seem to argue that point. And we hold all these signs about Black Lives Matter. Lord knows they do. But 73% of all abortion clinics are in urban neighborhoods. That's 18 million abortions a year in urban neighborhoods. 18 million abortions will no longer be able to consider where we got team. We don't have the arguments with companies that are putting these organizations in the neighborhood. We got organizations like birth control. We don't say nothing. We don't criticize it. So come on, man. Filter yourself. Monitor yourself. Tape your own mouth shut. But I know it's not going to happen. See, because some of you are drugged out on that live button. Some of you love the fact that you can hit a button and now people are invited into your life, as corny as it may be. Just look at what you see in some of the lives. People staring into their phone, playing with their hair. Staring into their phone, making faces. Behavior that would normally get your ass locked up. Staring into their phone and making threats. And then if they were to lose their job, complaining about how the man did them dirty. Staring into their phone and claiming to love the Lord. But then post 1,000 threats. Post violence. It's sickening when it's people that you care about and you can't all sitting when you know something hurt this, but you can't take back what you just saw. You can't block everybody on your page. Lord knows I've tried. There's some people that's waking up and going, wow, KL deleted me? Yes, I did. I didn't like what you posted. I didn't like what you liked. Yes, I delete folks. If I see you liking foolishness that, what? I delete you. So yeah, if you woke up and be like, y'all thought me and KL was cool. We were. We were. And we got to start holding each other accountable. Yes, holding each other accountable. Start calling the folks on our pages on things when you see them post foolishness, when you see them agree to foolishness. Let me tell you something. When I see a lot of it, I just go ahead and delete you. I don't even say nothing because I know if I say something, I have to pray the next morning because I'm going to say, Lord, forgive me for what's about to come out of my mouth. People are dying. And things are out of control. And we're not moving clients. And you don't have guns. Then what? You push that ammo. It's an explosive. When you push it and it blows up, and you don't have a means to protect yourself or your family, then what? For many of us, you're going to do what most people do in those times. You're going to drop to your knees and beg God to save you. Beg God to protect you. Beg God to see your family through. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. But don't get mad if he doesn't show up as quick. Because you didn't make him the first option. You didn't listen to him when he said, be mindful of what comes out your mouth. You didn't pay attention when he said, feed your enemies. And you kept saying, feed your enemies. I wish I would. Now when your enemy's at the door ready to annihilate you, Lord, please protect me. You didn't say nothing to folks who come on and just put out violent rhetoric. Stereotypical rhetoric. Racial rhetoric. I don't care, brothers, that looks like you. If it's racial rhetoric, call them on it. You got people on your page threatening to kill cops and you don't say anything? Come on, man. So you're just going to stay quiet and think that that's acceptable. Okay, so when they start killing cops, you think the cops are going to stop to try to decipher which cat that looks like you should take out? No. So what's it going to be? Keep hitting the live button and putting foolishness out there. Keep allowing the people on your page to fill your head with ignorance. See what it does to you. See what it starts to make you feel like. I've said to myself that I'm limited how much I come on street because people on the books in the sun anyway. But are they going to buy it from a dude who seems like he's angry, doesn't care from the people that he's talking to? Of course not. But I'm not worried about how many books I sell. Because when people are dying, does the money that you make really matter? When you're watching foolishness. And as an educator, it hurts when I see people that I know are smarter than that. When I know are more intelligent than that. Just say some things that makes me wonder, where's your head at? What were you thinking? That is the reason why the other day I posted the Homeland Security laws. The First Amendment doesn't cover you if you start saying, let's go kill people. It doesn't. They knock on your door tomorrow with a screenshot of what you said. Come with me, please. See how many rights you have then. Understand how many rights were taken away after 9/11. So you want to yell conspiracy, but yet you want to keep spitting in the face of conspiracies. Okay? Okay. We're playing a dangerous game, and at the heart of it is people's lives. We're living in dangerous times. Silence is not a bad thing. Because the real enemy to you, the ones who don't look like you, and the ones who do look like you, the real enemies, this ain't work. They're playing. And they're laying out the things necessary to make their plans come to fruition. The ones who look like you that sold into that plan, they're not saying anything. They're standing right next to you, waving their fists too. But the whole time feeding information back to those that don't look like you or like you. And ignorance has never been a threat to intelligent men who are dangerous. This is why when you look, folks that were assassinated, where folks started getting to click on, they started to motivate people. Sheer numbers of people who started to open up their thoughts and say, wait a minute, they came. Wait a minute, Malcolm X. Wait a minute, Meg Evans. Y'all on to something. We might need to do something different. Oh, no, we got to kill these brothers. Mega Evers, getting folks to vote, register to vote in the South in record numbers, knowing that now you can vote in who you want, had to be murdered. Dr. King had started to wake up the world had to get people's consciousness in this country started to open up their minds and go, whoa, wait a minute. We need to do something different where people that didn't even look like it started to come to the table and say, you know what, Dr. King, there's something about that for men too. We need to get along with what you're doing. Whoa, wait a minute. He's getting other people to join with his movement. We got to kill this dude. And Malcolm X was getting brothers to put down the bottles of beer, wine, and everything else and become strong and upright and learn it. He demanded that you read. He demanded that you study. He made sure that you understood that somebody was studying you. So all of a sudden, young men of color started to see the world differently. No, he got to go. And John F. Kennedy and Robert F. Kennedy, two upcoming progressive politicians who at least would listen to some of these men of color, oh no, they got to go too. So in a 10-year period, you lost 5 progressive thinking men, white and black, and then the destruction of the black pain. And start reaching out to them in your inbox. How can I help you? How can I assist you? Play a role. Because if you don't know how to help out, but you got so much to talk about. If you're not leading anybody and you're not willing to die for these same people that you're leading, then shut your damn mouth. But you know why that won't happen? Because we're addicted to that live button. And we'll buy a nice new wig and get a nice new haircut and sit there and smile and say, yo, we lit, we in the club, we good, we out here. My folks is laughing at you, preparing for your death. So don't cry when they knock on your door. Don't cry when they don't cry when you have no way to defend yourself. That's all time I'm somebody. And if you have an issue with what I said, and if you feel you need to respond to me, don't bother, because I'm not going to respond. I'm done. Call me with a plan. I'm ready to go forward. Inbox me when you have things in place that you need assistance. Don't call me to complain. I don't want to hear it. Don't inbox me to question what I said. Don't want to hear it. Don't inbox say, you're okay. Don't want to hear it. Get in line and prepare to get snatched up like the rest of the fools that's wasting time. Because I'm going to find ways to protect mine and others. And it's going to be done here on social media. And if you knew anything about history, that's part of the reason I said the revolution will not be televised. Think about it. Try reading a book. I write them, but they're very devastating when you get into them. Not everything is love and whatever. Have a good day, guys. God bless.